Now, many South Africans are in mourning after anti-apartheid activist and former president of the Pan Africanist Congress, Dr Motsoko Pheko, passed away yesterday. He was 93. Peko's passing has been confirmed by the Peko family in a statement. Peko was also an author, lawyer, historian and academic. Family spokesperson Zandi Radebe joins us now. Good evening, Ms. Radebe. Firstly, we extend our sincere condolences to you and the family. Honestly, such a great loss to the family and the country. What do we know so far?
Thank you so much for having us. What we know so far is that we've lost Dr. Motsoko Pheko, a phenomenal figure, Pan-Africanist scholar, and the family is grateful for the support that it has received so far. But at the same time, it humbly requests that it be given time to process and come to terms with the situation. And we request, especially our friends in the media, to give the family the space.
Most certainly, it is a very difficult time. But just for the benefit of even the youngest of followers of Dr. Pheko's work, just talk us through his immeasurable contribution to the struggle against apartheid as a Pan-Africanist through and through.
Absolutely. Dr. Motsoko Pheko joins the PAC in 1960, so he becomes one of the founding members alongside Mangaliso Sobukwe, whom celebrates 100 years this year. 2014 then becomes, 2024 therefore becomes a very significant year in the Azanian calendar, in that this is the year that Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe would have turned 100 years, and yet 93 years of Dr. Motsoko Pheko's life have come to an end. What the young people who have been following Motsoko Pheko's work really have learned from is his contributions, not only during apartheid by being a member of the Pan Africanist National Congress, but also someone who has put scholarship at the forefront of their activism. Dr. Motsoko Pheko has published over 30 books and has generously donated his archive with the University of South Africa, I suppose, for the students of the country to have access to this prolific writer's work and these ideas and thinkers as a Pan-Africanist. He had also served in the post-1994 Parliament in South Africa, where again, he served quite significantly in portfolios such as foreign affairs, safety and security, justice, and constitutional development, including in the arts, science, and technology sector. These are all areas, of course, which Dr. Motsoko Pheko has dedicated his entire life, developing the kind of knowledge that is suitable for those particular offices. He holds degrees in political sciences, systematic theology. He's got a minor in sociology, but also a master's of international law from the University of London. He obtained his doctoral studies in jurisprudence from the University of Kensington. He's such a prolific mind and somebody who has really left a legacy of, seeking knowledge and not allowing ourselves to be limited, by the disciplines that have been instituted within the universities. In his life in exile, he was also admitted as an advocate in the High Court of Zambia in Lusaka. Now, that also speaks to his strength as a Pan-Africanist, because to him, and much like Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe, Africa is not just, the geographical location that we know as South Africa, but it is Azania. It expands to the entire continent. And this loss that we are feeling today as the people of Azania is a loss that is felt in the continent and far beyond. Most
certainly, he had an illustrious career. But beyond that, he was a family man. How will you remember him as a family?
That was a very gentle and loving figure, because even as big of a human being as he is, that he could connect to his grandchildren. Especially the daughters, the granddaughters, whom he always stressed the importance of women, because he is raised by his aunt Memwerane, and so he understood and also put to the front, the power of women, the significance and the importance of mothers and women. And so as friends of the family and the grandchildren, we've benefited from a man that has always, ensured that we understand ourselves and we are affirmed as African women.
All right. Zandi, thank you very much for your time this evening. That's family spokesperson Zandi Radebe speaking to us.